Good day everyone! Today, we're going to discuss about the tables and the graphs involving variation. May dalawang kinukonsider para malaman mo kung ang table ay isang direct or an inverse. Una na dito is yung dalawang quantities na involved. Kung si x and y ay parehas nag-increase o parehas silang nag-decrease, pwede nating sabihin o i-assume na yung table ay isang direct. Pero kung si x ay nag-increase, si y ay nag-decrease, or si x ay nag-decrease at si y ay nag-increase, pwede nating sabihin na yung table ay isang inverse variation. Pero may isang paraan talaga para mapatunayan mo na yung given table is a direct or an inverse. Ito ay sa pamamagitan ng pagkuha ng constant of the variation or si k. Kung dinivide mo daw si y over x or y over x at nakakuha ka ng constant of variation, pwede mo nang direktang sabihin na yung graph na yon ay isang direct variation. Take note, ratio is to divide. Now, if pag nag-multiply ka naman daw ng x and y or x times y at nakakuha ka ng constant of variation, direkta mo nang pwedeng sabihin na yung graph na yon, yung table na yon ay isang inverse variation. Take note, product, which means multiply. Uulitin ko, kapag dinivide mo daw si y over x at nakakuha ka ng constant value, pwede mo nang direktang sabihin na yung graph na yon yung table na yon is a direct variation. Next, kapag minultiply mo sa x and y at nakakuha ka ng constant of variation, pwede mo nang sabihin direkta na yung table na yon ay isang inverse. Let's have an example. Determine whether the given table is a direct, inverse, or neither. Then find the value of the constant of variation and the equation of the variation. Let's consider this given table. Observe that the value of x is 10, 5, 4, 2. The value of x is decreasing. Next, let's observe the value of y. 20, 10, 8, 4. And the value of y is also decreasing. So as you can see, si x and y parehas nag-decrease. So pwede nating isipin na ito ay table ni direct. And para ma-verify natin na table talaga siya ni direct, we need to find the constant of variation. And to find the constant of variation, we need to divide the value of y to x. So here, the value of y is 20. I-divide natin sa value of x, which is 10. Next, the value of y here is 10. I-divide natin sa value ng y, which is 5. Here, y is 8. The value of x is 4. Here, the value of y is 4 and the value of x is 2. Let's get its quotient. So, k is equals to 20 divided by 10 is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, as you observe, the constant of variation are all 2. Therefore, k is equals to 2. Si k is equals to 2 is what we call the constant of variation. Now, paano ba natin mahanap yung equation of variation? So, all we need to do is to write the equation of a direct variation, which is y varies directly as x. We know that the value of y is 2. So, substitute lang natin, y is equals to 2x. Therefore, y is equals to 2x is what we call the equation of the variation. And this table is a table of a direct variation. Paano natin nalaman? We divide y to x. And we got the same value of 2, which is the constant of variation. Let's have example number 2. Let's now observe the value of x. Value of x is 5, 10, 15, 20. So, x values are increasing. How about y? Y is 1, 1/2, 1/3, and 1/4. So, the value of y is decreasing. So, we can assume that the given table is an inverse variation table. So, paano natin mabe-verify na totoong inverse yung table na yan? By getting its constant of variation. So, ano ba ang constant of variation ng inverse variation? That is, by getting the product of x and y. So, ang gagawin lang natin, multiply lang natin to. So, x is 5, y is 1, x is 10, y is 1 half, x is 15, y is 1/3, x is 20, y is 1/4. So, multiply lang natin. 5 times 1 is 5, 10 times 1 is 10, divided by 2, that is 5. 15 times 1 is 15, divided by 3 is 5. 20 times 1 is 20, divided by 4, that is 5. So, you observe, we have the same value of k, which is 5. So, the constant of variation is 5. How about the equation of the variation? So, let's rewrite the equation of the inverse, which is y is equals to k over x, or y varies inversely as x. And we know that the value of y is 5. All we need to do is to substitute. Y is equals to the value of k, which is 5, over the value of over x. So, the equation of the variation is y is equals to 5 over x. And this table is a table of an inverse variation dahil si x nag-increase, yung y nag-decrease, and we get the product and we come up with the same constant of variation, which is 5. Sample 3. X are 2, 4, 6, and 8. And x are increasing, y 3, 4, 5, 6, and y is also increasing. Since x and y are both increasing, we can assume that the given table is a direct variation. And to verify it more further, we need to get the constant of variation of a direct variation, which is k is equals to y over x. So, i-divide lang natin si y kay x para makuha natin si constant of variation. So, we have here 3 over 2, 4 over 4, 5 over 6, and 6 over 8. Let's simplify if possible. So, this is 3 halves, this is 1, this is 5 over 6, and this is 3 over 4. So, as you can see, the value of x is not constant. Therefore, this is neither. Hindi mo siya pwedeng tawaging inverse at hindi mo siya pwedeng tawaging direct. Now, describe and identify which of the following is a graph of a direct and an inverse. Let's observe the two given graph. So, kung papansin natin yung unang graph, itong graph na to ay hindi dumaan sa point of origin. And this graph is a smooth curve. On the other hand, yung kabilang graph naman, dumaan siya sa point of origin. Here. And it formed a straight line. It passed through the point of origin and formed a straight line. So, anong tawag natin sa unang graph? So, this first graph is what we call the inverse variation. So, si inverse, smooth curve lang siya. At hindi siya dumaan sa point of origin. While this one is a direct variation. Bakit? It passed through the point of origin and formed a straight line. So that's the difference between a direct and an inverse. Now, determine whether the graph is a direct or an inverse. Then find the value of the constant of variation and equation of the variation. So, mula nung sa napag-usapan at naaral natin, itong graph na to ay hindi dumaan sa point of origin. Therefore, this graph is an inverse variation. This graph is an inverse variation. Now, ano daw yung value ng constant of variation? Si constant of variation is represented by letter K. So, ano daw yung value ni K? At paano natin siya mahanap? So, para mahanap natin siya, pipili tayo ng isa sa mga points dito, ordered pair dito sa graph. So, let's use this. So, wala naman si kapartner si 1. So, we have here 2. This is for the x-axis. And that is 6. So, we have an ordered pair of 2, 6. 2 came from the x-axis, points from the x-axis, and si 6 naman, point from y-axis. So, next, let's rewrite the equation for the inverse variation. Y is equals to k over x. So, again, inverse is naka-fraction form ka. Then, substitute the value of y, which is 6. Substitute the value of x, which is 2. Next, to find the constant of variation of an inverse, we need to multiply x and y. So, we have here k is equals to 2 times 6. Therefore, k is equals to 12. K is equals to 12 is what we call the constant of variation. Now, how about the equation of the variation? To find the equation of the variation, ang una mong kailangan gawin ay isulat yung equation of variation, which is y is equals to k over x. Again, this is over x kasi inverse. Now, we don't have the value of y, copy y. Pero meron tayong value ni k, which is 12. So, substitute natin si k, value ni k, which is 12 over x. Therefore, y is equals to 12x is what we call the equation of the variation. Now, example number 2. So, again, hindi po siya dumaan sa point of origin. Therefore, it is an inverse. Next, paano natin makukuha yung constant of variation? So again, we just choose one of the point, ordered pair from the given graph. So from here, we have 1. Value of x is 1. The value of x coordinate is 1, and in y we have 11, 12. So we have here 12. So we have the value of x, which is 1, and the value of y, which is 12. Saan galing yan? Galing po yan sa graph. So dito po si 1, at ito naman po si 12. So anong gagawin? Rewrite natin ang equation ni inverse, that is y is equals to k over x, and substitute the value of x and y. So y is 12, k over the value of x, which is 1. Then for us to find the constant of variation, we will cross multiply. Multiply natin sa x and y. So 12 times 1 is 12. Therefore, the constant of variation is 12. Now, how about the equation of the variation? So again, sulat lang po natin yung equation ni inverse, that is y is equals to k over x. We have the value of k, which is 12. Substitute lang po natin, y is equals to the value of k, which is 12, over x. Therefore, y is equals to 12 over x, which is what we call the equation of the variation. Next, observe. So, yung graph na to ay isang straight line. Check. Another is, it passed through the point of origin 0, 0. Therefore, this is a direct variation. Ulitin ko, direct variation siya kasi dumaan siya sa point of origin and it is a straight line. Now, paano natin kukunin yung constant of variation? Pipili lang tayo ng points dito sa point of origin. So, hanap tayo ng point, ordered pair. So, from x-axis, this is y-axis, I have here 1, 1, 2, 3. So, ang point of intersection nito ay itong point. Ito po. So, we have an ordered pair of 1 and 3. So, from there, meron na tayong ordered pair para mahanap natin yung constant of variation. So, First, rewrite the equation of direct variation. Y is equals to kx. And we have an ordered pair of 1 and 3, wherein 1 is the value for the x and 3 is for the value of y. Then substitute y is equals to 3 cos of k times the value of x, which is 1. Divide both sides by 1. K is equals to 3. So the constant of variation is equals to 3. Bakit natin dinivide? So we know that to find the constant of variation under the direct variation is we need to divide the value of y over x. So we have the constant of variation, which is k. Again, constant of variation. Now, how about the equation of the variation? To find the equation of the variation, ang kailangan po natin gawin is to rewrite the equation for our direct variation, which is y varies directly as x. Then substitute the value of k, which is 3. So we have here y is equals to 3x. Therefore, the equation of the variation is y is equals to 3x. Last one. So again, the graph passed through the point of origin 0, 0. Therefore, the graph is a direct variation. Tumaan sa point of origin and it forms a straight line, therefore, it is a graph of a direct variation. Now, paano natin mahanap si constant of variation? Again, we need to choose a point from the given graph. Direct variation. To find the value of k, we need to choose an ordered form from a graph. So, let's choose. So, we have here 2 and 20. Ito po yung point of intersection nila. So, we have an ordered pair of 2 and 20. 2 and 20, where 2 is the x value and 20 is the y value. Then, write natin yung equation ni direct. Y is equals to kx. And for us to find the constant of variation, we need to divide the value of y to the value of x. So, k is equals to y over x. Substitute natin yung value ni y, which is 20, over the value of x, which is 2. So, k is equals to 10. K is equals to 10 is what we call the constant of variation. Now, how to find the equation of the variation? So, ang gagawin lang po, sulat natin yung equation ng direct variation, that is y is equals to kx. And we have the value of k, which is 10. Substitute the value of k, which is 10, then x. Therefore, y is equals to 10 is what we call the equation of variation. So, see you next meeting.